The deaths of 11 dogs. Holy shit. Can you imagine trusting your dog with the trainer and your dog dies? Let's see what they're talking about. Because what did he do? Did he just mistreat them, or did he? Oh, he was okay. Hold on. Let me skip the ad. Stupid advertisements.
Convicted of killing nearly a dozen dogs is back in court today.
This is horrendous.
Sentencing, and his girlfriend, accused of assisting in the cover-ups, is also expected to learn her fate.
Speaking of dogs, Blue heard it. Now he barking. You're good, Blue.
Addressed the couple, reading heart-wrenching statements to them.
KTLA's Orange County Bureau Chief Chip Yost is live in Santa Ana with the latest. Chip.
Yeah, hello there, guys. Yeah, it was a very emotional morning in court today as these dog owners got to address Tony Sit and Ting Feng Lu directly. Here's some video from.
Stop it, Blue. Hold on, my dog's barking. Speaking of dog abuse. All right, hold on a second. He always does this when I want to do my live. Hey, I need you to stop. 1 second, y'all. You know, I don't even edit these things out, man. Y'all get to hear Blue how he protects the house. Anyway, speaking of dogs, this is crazy. 11.
From inside the courtroom, Tony Sit ran a dog training facility called Happy Canine Academy in Irvine. Prosecutors accuse him of causing the death of 11 dogs in his care by keeping them in a hot van in small crates. They believe most of the dogs died of heat stroke. This all started with an investigation by the Irvine Police Department last year. Some of the dog owners who had entrusted him to train their dogs, they give them the dogs for a week to 4 week training sessions, started getting text messages from the defendant saying that their dog had passed away peacefully and that it had already been cremated. Prosecutors believe that Sit and his girlfriend, Ting Feng Lu, went on a cover-up campaign by taking the dogs to different crematoriums in the area and tried to get them cremated before the owners of the dogs could figure out what really happened. However, investigators were able to recover the bodies of 9 of the dogs, and they say 8 of the 9 dogs, necropsies showed that 8 of the 9 dogs died of heat stroke. The 9th dog that they were able to get a necropsy on died of blunt force trauma. Sit was convicted of multiple counts, felony counts of animal cruelty. His girlfriend was convicted of being an accessory to a felony. They are having a sentencing hearing going on right now. Some of the victims were able to address both the defendants and the judge directly to urge what sentences they thought were appropriate.
This is sick. This might be my topic of the day. This is absolutely appalling. So I guess he locked them in the cars and in the hot crates and all that stuff in the tight crates, and they just passed away, and he was trying to cover it up by getting them cremated. Man, but how did the investigators catch on and try to get the recover the bodies? Like, did the crematories tell them no, or what?
More from some of those pet owners.
There's many days of no sleep, waking up and wondering, what if I had picked her up the day before? When we heard the verdicts, I was on a business trip. The text that they were found guilty for what they did to our animals and our loved ones. The picture of Luna popped up on my wall at the exact same time.
Let it stand as a warning to every person who believes they can abuse the innocent without paying the price. This is your price. May the consequences of your choices follow you both far longer than the sentence this court imposes.
And just while that was playing, I got an update from our photographer in the courtroom. The sentence has just been
That's crazy.
handed down. Sit was given 11 years and 10 months in state prison.
Wow. Is he going to serve the full sentence?
Lou was given 3 years in state prison. Lou was facing a maximum of 4 years. Sit was facing a maximum of more than 13 years in state prison. So close to the max, but not quite the max. But both of them will be going away to prison. We're going to have more. The families, some of the owners of those dogs expected to talk after the hearing. For now, reporting here in Santa Ana, I'm Chip Yost.
Oh, goodness. That's crazy, y'all. That is crazy.
KTLA 5 News.
We are 90.
That is crazy. So an Orange County dog trainer convicted of killing 11 dogs left in his care and helping cover up their deaths was sentenced Friday to nearly 12 years in state prison. Kwong Tony Chung Sit, 54 of Irvine, was sentenced to 11 years and 10 months in state prison after being convicted last month. Okay. They talked about that in the video. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. They just really repeat, these articles. They just repeat whatever's in the video. So, I mean, this is absolutely terrible. This is terrible. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why people are so reckless with dogs. So it says, okay, Sit had faced a maximum sentence of more than 13 years in prison while Lou faced up to 4 years. So they gave him close to the maximum. Oh, so this is how I'm wondering how they were able to stop him from cremating them. The Irvine Police Department investigation began after several pet owners received nearly identical text messages stating that their dogs had died unexpectedly and had already been cremated before they could be notified. Yeah, fuck that. Like, bitch, you better call me the minute you feel like my dog is dead or not doing well, like immediately. Like, they tripping. They tripping. Mr. Sit, you deserve everything you get. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. All right, so and I got another, speaking of animal abuse. I mean, I just don't get why people treat animals like shit. Like, you know why? Because they know they can't do nothing back to you. You know what I mean? It's like when people can get away with stuff, then you can really see their true colors. When people feel like they won't have any consequences, you can see how wicked they can be. You know what I mean? So I'm glad they've given him a stiff sentence, and speaking of which, I can't show you the video for these, but let's see if they got a news report about it. Look up, if you guys get a chance, look up Riverside County, man beating up dog in Riverside County, and it's 2 dogs. I forgot the name of the town. Cabazon, Riverside County. So look up Cabazon, because I'm not going to show you the videos. Basically, he picked up one dog by his neck and was just punching him, railing on him, beating him, throwing him to the ground. And it was like a pit bull. I'm like, damn, like, you know how people are scared of those type of dogs because they think they might snap on you or whatever. And I'm like, this would have been the perfect time to snap on him. Please. They should have killed that man. If you watch the video, you would at the very least want the man to get brutally beaten until near death. Me, I don't have no sympathy. I would have smoked him if I could get away with it. I ain't even gonna lie. When you watch the way he was whooping on that dog, and that dog looked so terrified. He looked so helpless. He was so sad. So let's see what they're talking about. 2 dogs are moved from Riverside County property after a man accused of beating a dog. 2 dogs were removed from a property in Cabazon So look that up, CABAZON, if you want to see the video. After video circulating on social media showed one of the dogs being hit and thrown by its owner. The man is seen grabbing the dog before repeatedly punching it in the head and throwing it as a second dog looks on. Since the footage was posted online, an investigation was launched by the Riverside County Animal Services. Good job. Good job. The man in the video, who was identified as Craig D'Alessandro, told the outlet that the dog had escaped his yard in Cabazon and killed a neighbor's animal across the street. Well, okay. That's your fault. Maybe give him a spanking. Maybe, you know what I mean? Don't pick him up by his neck, punch him like you're beating him, and then slam him. But now, if he killed someone else's animal across the street, I could see why the man was livid. But again, when my dog acts up, I ain't gonna lie. I'll definitely, like, I'll never hit my dog. But if he does something that will kill him or kill another animal, like one time, right? And obviously it's my fault too, right? But just to go a little off topic. One time, my dog, I left the door cracked a little bit, and this is new owner mistakes, dumb new owner mistakes. I left my door cracked a little bit. This fool snuck out, sprinted across the street. And by the way, I'm on near a busy intersection. He could have got killed. So out of frustration, yes, I kind of spanked him a little bit. You know what I mean? Sorry. You know, I whooped him, yelled at him, scolded him. You know what I mean? And then there's another thing. My dog likes to eat human poop. I don't know why. People could say, oh, he's not getting enough nutrients. Listen, my dog is 9 years old, strong as shit, fast as shit. He eats whatever he wants. I feed him scraps, all the food, good dog food, human food, whatever. He is a bull. But he loves eating human poop and cat poop and any poop other than dog poop. He will not touch other dog poop for some reason. Anyway, so when he eats, one time he ate human poop, and I think it might have been laced with meth or whatever, because, you know, we live in a city in LA, homeless problem, they shit everywhere, and you don't know where it could just come out of nowhere. It could be a Griffith Park human shit. And one time it was laced with something. He almost, you know, he was very, 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 he couldn't stand, he couldn't walk, he couldn't do anything. I had to call a vet, and they said, just wait it out. And I was scared to wait it out because I'm like, I don't want him to die. Like, it was the most gut-wrenching 24 hours ever. Since then, what do? If he eats human poop, I will spank him. Hey, but not like how this guy did. That's what I'm saying. You got to watch the video. He picked the dog up, punched him a bunch of times, slammed him on the ground, did all that. Bro, that's animal abuse. And here's another thing. If you must spank him, which a lot of people don't recommend, but I feel like a little butt tap, pause, it's not that serious. You got to do it right after he does whatever he's doing. And first, you have to scold him, first of all. And again, let's backtrack a little bit. The only time I will spank him is if it puts his life in danger, right? Because I'm as strict as you can be. I try to watch everything. I never leave the doors open. I never, you know, but I would have been very sad if he'd have got hit by a car or if he'd have passed away from eating that poop. So that's me personally. I'll give him a little butt tap and scold him heavily. But you got to do it right after. This idiot owner, the dog probably came in 30 minutes later. He's chilling, don't know what the hell's going on. The guy's picking him up, slamming him, punching him in the face, doing all type of stuff. Like, what are you doing, bro? The video was disgusting. Let's see. I want to show y'all the video, but I don't want to get, you know, I don't want to get a strike. I don't know if you call it a copyright strike or what. So he claimed that the video showed him disciplining the dog after the incident. So he basically said the dog had escaped and killed a neighbor's animal across the street. So he claimed the video showed him disciplining the dog after the incident. He also told the outlet that he was unapologetic. See, this is why you got to take them away from him. You're an irresponsible owner. Your dog escaped, which was your fault. I get it. When you first have a dog, you kind of need to learn what he's capable of. But once you know it, it seems like you had that dog for a while. You don't do that. And look at this. What happened was incredibly irrational. but not out of any kind of hate for my dogs. That was the first and the only. Oh, he's lying. Boy, you lying. Look, hold on. Let me see if I got if I can show you hold on. Look at this fool, what he said here. That, oh damn, my underlining skills are terrible. That was the first and only time I've ever put a hand on my dogs. That dog wasn't hurt physically. My hand was, but the dog's pride was hurt. What are you talking about, bro? First of all, that makes sense. Oh, how do I get rid of this stupid drawing tool? Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Get out of there. Okay, there you go. So I got the pointer back. So I guess he's, you know, those pit bulls are strong. They can take punishment, and maybe the dog wasn't hurt. He just was sad. But bro, you whooped him, put him in a headlock, was punching him with your hand, slamming him, especially slamming him to the ground. You can't do that. That's abuse, no matter how you spin it. And it's weird that he was unapologetic. So, oh man, 14-day impound period. Okay, so on July 9th, the two dogs were removed from the man's property by animal service workers and are being held under a mandatory 14-day impound period while the incident is being investigated. The dogs will not be available for adoption during the department's investigation, authorities said. In a statement, in Riverside County Sheriff's Office, in a statement, the Riverside County Sheriff's Office said that they are aware of the video circulating on social media of a man causing harm to a dog. We understood the video has generated community concern, and we want you to know that animal control officers are actively investigating this incident. So I don't get what he's trying to say. Basically saying he seems very unapologetic. He's saying the dog wasn't hurt physically, but his pride was hurt. I don't know, man. Some people, listen, a spank, yes. Maybe a little butt tap, a scolding, but putting him in a headlock and beating him and punching him and slamming him to the concrete, that dog was hurt physically and mentally. And I know his hand was hurting because them pit bull heads are bricks. Blue, my dog is a Doberman. He ran into my leg one time by accident. I thought he dislocated my kneecap. He ran into me so hard. I'm like, whoa, buddy. And I've seen him run into hard doors completely unfazed. He will slam his head into like anything hard and then just look at me like nothing happened. I'm like, yo, slow down. But I know I'm all over the place. I'm just saying dog owners know when you have specific breeds like pit bulls and Dobermans. But what this guy did, he took it over the top. You can't do that. You can't do what he did. And it's hard for me to really give y'all full description until you actually see the video for yourself. Yes, they're strong animals. Yes, they can, you know, their head is strong, but don't do that, especially holding him by his neck. Like, and for him saying that was his first time, man, that boy lying. So I'm glad they removed him. And honestly, I hope he should get punished for it. He should get some type of probation or something, you know, like, you know, but it's good to know that the dog wasn't injured. Okay. But nah, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. And again, people are getting away with this stuff because it's an animal. You're not doing that to no human. You're not. You'll get your ass whooped. So sorry for being mean to the guy, but you don't do that to dogs. You don't hurt them like that. You do not hurt them like that. Okay? First of all, you need to set up your compound to where he can't escape and kill another animal, number one. So it's really your fault. A lot of owners take it out on their dog when it's really their fault. You have to raise them properly. So what do y'all think? Should he get probation? At least the dogs were removed. So, you know, I wonder who was recording the video though. Who who decided to be like, yo, I'm snitching. It must have been someone in the house. So whoever in that house, they getting whooped too. They getting whooped, man. I don't know. Shit. They getting their ass whooped. So, but okay. So I guess that was my topic for the day. Let's go back to doom scrolling. Let's see what we got on Instagram. All right. Okay. No, let me go on. All right. What they got here?
Run our ads, go to some website.